going, everybody? Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Seen But Not Heard. We are here today with Grammy Award winning producer Nascent. Nascent, how are you, man? What have you been up to today?
I'm good, bro. Chilling. Taking my dog for a walk, just cooling.
Oh yeah, just chilling.
So what dog do you have?
I have a little French bulldog. He's about
nice.
2 years, 2.5 years or something like that. Yeah, 2 years. But yeah, trying to beat the rain. It's been raining like crazy in LA. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I hear that.
I should try. What's good with y'all though?
No man, just chilling. Just been getting ready to talk with you. So, like I said, Grammy Award winning producer, worked with all kinds of insanely talented artists, people like Kanye, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Brent Faiyaz, SZA. The list just goes on. But I mean, you really hit the ground running out of the gate. Your first major project was when you were just 18, right?
Yeah, 18 years old. Yep.
Yeah. So that first placement was working with 50 Cent for a song on Before I Self-Destruct, and that came out in 2009. And so that means he'd already released Get Rich or Die Trying and The Massacre. So I'd say it's fair to assume that he was definitely on the rise, if not already like on top by that point. So all that to say, could you tell us a little about like being thrown into that as an 18-year-old kid?
That whole situation happened. I used to work with the other producer named QB. And we kind of met on MySpace, and we were all like part of the same producer community. And there's still a lot of guys from those days out there still doing things now, like Frank Dukes and like Cardiac and Cam Obi, all those guys. So we're all cool. We're all part of this little community. And we made beats together. And I used to listen to Sirius XM Radio, the Shade 45, and DJ K-Slave he would have a show. So I always wanted to work with Papoose, and I was like really excited to work with him. I like his music, so I reached out one day and on the phone, and I got K-Slave's email, and I sent him some beats. He loved them, and at that point, I'm like 18 years old, and I was I was hungry, bro. Like I was really, really just like I'm just trying to figure shit out. So for me, I was like, man, how can we like expedite this shit? How can we get it going?
Yeah.
So I lied to him, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in New York in May, like doing something else. Like we should link up, because I didn't want to put too much pressure on him. Yeah. He's like, yeah, for sure, man. When you get here, give me a call. So I get over there, and I try reaching out to him, and it wasn't very successful. So I actually pulled up on him at the Rockefeller building where they have the Sirius XM radio at, and I was with some of my homies, but on some cool shit. Like I was like, "Yo, what up, man?" He saw me. "Oh, what up?" "Yeah, man, my bad." And to this day, like I don't take. It was all a blessing because he didn't know me, and he didn't have to do shit for me. I'm just some kid that's like been hitting him for beats. Like, he doesn't know who the fuck I am. So I might have been a little overly ambitious on that, but I remember that day. I thought we were gonna link up. We didn't link up, and the next day I was in New York, and I was just kind of like, I was just kind of bummed out, bro. To be honest, I think I felt every emotion at that point because I was working at Finish Line. I was working at a grocery store. I was stacking my money up for this trip. So like, whatever money I had, that was it. Like, whatever I spent on my hotel, my flight, that was it, bro. I had nothing. So I was like, damn, I really came to New York and didn't do shit. I'm like, I was like, damn, all this money I just spent. I'm just like, oh, man. But then on the last day, I was on this website, allhiphop.com, and they were interviewing the G Unit staff. There was a good video, and they're like interviewing like his A&Rs and his marketing team. And the light bulb just went on. I was like, yo, I'm finna just go over there and drop off some beats. So I get the address, I pull up, and you think it's going to be super easy because I was able to get up. But, like, once you get there, it's like this bulletproof glass everywhere. It's like, you can't even get in. Like, this is an old office. You can't even get in. So there's an intern there, and I kind of tell him my story a little bit, like, briefly. And he was, like, I consider him, like, an angel in my life. He definitely was, like, I want to help you. Like, I don't know why. I just want to help you. So he went and got the A&R, Dre, McKenzie. And they pulled me in the office, and they're like, all right, man, like, we don't do this, but, like, if you got some beats, let's check them out. And then I played them a bunch of shit, and they were going crazy. And 50 ended up picking, like, something that week. So I think that's what kind of got their interest. Like, oh shit, this kid just pulled up, played some great shit. 50 picked like 3 of the joints. Like, all right, so we should probably keep like fucking with this kid. So then what I did was I just maintained that relationship. So I would always like send music every Friday, and then I would always like try to go out there every like 2 months, just kind of like pull up and just be fresh on people's minds. You know what I'm saying? Because like all this shit is relationship based. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But that's just to show you how like I didn't even think I was good enough for 50 Cent. Like to be honest with you, like I don't be, you know what I mean? So like I didn't know that that's where I could even land at that moment. And when I did that shit was like I was like, all right, cool. Like,
were you surprised when that happened when he picked 3 of your beats?
I bet that was a crazy feeling.
Yeah, bro. I would get the emails like or the calls, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
it
was just like
I bet that surreal the first time.
And the first time I got the call, like, "Hey, you're on the album," I was like, "Wow!" He's like, "But don't tell nobody because they're just like, hey, like it's not for sure, it's not, but now you're on the album." But what I made sure to do was every time I went to New York, like I would always run into 50, and then we would always have like these long conversations and he'd give me a lot of game, and he took a lot of his time to talk to me. And I think because he knew how I got to him, and I think he just probably respected that. You know what I'm saying? And also because like I had some good shit, so I think that it was a combination of a lot of things that he would take time to talk to me and just give me the game and give me the gems.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, he definitely like recognized that hunger. That's awesome.
Yeah, not for sure.
It's no secret you co-produced Hurricane with Kanye West, The Weeknd, and Lil Baby. That's the song you won your most recent Grammy for, too. We've been wondering, during the recording process, did anyone expect that song to do as well as it did?
I'd say that Bugs is he's kind of like the guy that was the head of all that stuff, like as far as like gathering all the music and all the ideas, and he always said that was going to be something, and he fought for it for years, and I thought that idea was already like, because there's so many ideas and so much shit gets done. I just assumed like it just fell in this black hole of ideas that like never come out, and for it to come out and then for him to get a little baby and then the weekend and to do all that, it was like I didn't see that shit coming for real.
No, that's crazy.
I read that the song was originally supposed to be on Kanye's Scrap album called Yandhi, which was supposed to come out like late 2018, I think. And then
that was when like you were saying, Chance and Kanye were working on an album called Good Ass Job, and during that time, that's the whole reason why I got thrown in there, because I work with Chance,
right?
So I went back to Chicago to work on ideas for Chance for this Kanye album. And during the process and during those weeks, Kanye was like, "I'm gonna do an album too. Yeah, like I'm gonna do some separate from Good Ass Job.
From Chance,
and I'm gonna call it Yandhi." So then it became the Kanye show. I mean,
Didn't Yandhi end up getting scrapped because he couldn't get a trademark for the title? Wasn't that the
issue? I don't
issue?
even know. Maybe, I don't know. I wasn't sure. I think
read that once. I didn't know if that was true.
Maybe it was just him not. They say fuck it. Who knows? But like,
there's no telling.
For Hurricane to come out and be like, doing what it did. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of people on that song, and I'm just grateful for DJ Khalil and Bugs specifically because I had never done business with. I never done anything for Kanye, so I didn't know how those things worked. But everything was good. Like everything was really, really smooth.
Awesome. So, like you were saying about Hurricane, came out a couple of years later than what it was anticipated. Is it ever difficult as a producer to have to wait kind of long periods of time for a project to come out?
Yeah, but then if you kind of have to just learn how to just like move on from it.
For sure.
At the beginning, it's hard because your heart, like it's like you're new and you're not like as seasoned, so you don't have many experiences to go to like use as reference points to be like, okay, well, this has happened before, so I already know what to expect. In the beginning, you would take it a lot harder if like your song doesn't make an album or if an album takes longer than But now at this point, bro, it's like, man, we do this shit and we keep it moving and we just
on
keep
the
going
next project.
And a lot of times I'm working a year ahead. Like things I'm doing now aren't even going to come out till next year anyway. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's a
Do you think it's like that in the beginning for artists or producers just because they're so eager just to get out in like the world of their music?
They're eager, they're new, they're not like, you know, they're still like a little green.
Been seeing it,
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, build a callous, bro. You gotta go through some heartbreaks to be like, all right, you know what I mean? And I just always try to stay in the middle, you know, because things can be going really well, and you don't want to get too like, you know, like feeling yourself like, okay, and shit can be going really slow, and shit can be really slow, really kind of like crazy, and you don't want to get too down on yourself either, because like, you still, you know, so you try to stay in the middle. Middle is the nice place to stay in.
Consistency.
Keeps you good.
For sure.
So you you won the Grammy for Hurricane last April. You were also nominated for, I believe it was Best R&B Song for SZA's Good Day. And just what would you say, like, as a producer, is the way that you contributed to the success of these songs the most? Like, would you say, like, making the beat or providing the beat establishes kind of like that ground floor for them to build off of? Or what would you say is the biggest contribution to that success?
I mean, it's all that. It's timing too. It's like, I mean, it's like with these, playing the placement game is such a lottery because you don't, I mean, these artists already have a team that they trust and then they work with. And then it's like, and on top of that, probably getting sent music from every producer and, and probably every producer that's like, that's really like crazy too. Like, I'm sure Pharrell and Timbaland and DJ all these people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're competing with all that. So it's just timing, man. It's like when I made that beat with Los, I knew, I had a feeling that it was gonna be for SZA, but a lot of times us as producers will hear shit and we'll be like, yeah, it's perfect for this person, and that person won't like it, and they'll pick something that's opposite that what you thought. So this was like one of those moments where it was dead on. Like, I'm like, you know, so I sent it to my boy Carter, and Carter Lang is one of my good friends and a longtime producer for her. And when he heard it, he felt the same way. So he played it for her they just linked up one day, and it was the last beat he played, and it was the one that she wrote to that day, like that.
Damn.
So but again, it's just timing, bro. And it's like, I couldn't time because again, these are all like, these are ideas from 2018.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. That song didn't come out until like
2020.
Yeah.
End of 2020. Came out this, Christmas 2020.
That's right.
Hurricane came out. Hurricane came out like
early that next year.
2021, like April. I forgot when it came out. But like, and I remember like thinking like, shit, like, all right, cool, I got my first one. It seems like this is gonna do well. And then Hurricane dropped, and that was another one. So I was, I was very grateful for it. But again, these are ideas that are at that time, 3-4 years old.
Right. That's crazy.
So you just never know.
Yeah.
I gotta ask. Kind of want to know about your experience at the Grammys.
Yeah.
What's the overall vibe of it? It seems like different artists tend to have different opinions about it.
It was cool, man. Like, my first one, I took my mom, bro. Red carpet, it was fun. It was cool,
awesome.
Like, just experiencing that. But like, the show was kind of boring, just sitting there. And
yeah.
And then like, unless you have hella categories that you're nominated for, you're just waiting for the one.
Right.
And like, I swear, I didn't know, because I had 4 nominations, and 3 of my nominations were during the pre-ceremony. They were happening like an hour or 2 before. That I could have went and accepted Hurricane, because nobody accepted Hurricane. So like, I was like, damn, I could have gone and accepted that shit and talked some shit, and I wish I would have done that, because I would have definitely gone, but I didn't know about it, and so I sat through the show waiting for Album of the Year, because that was the one I was nominated for too. But it's cool to see. It was cool to just see how they do it. But like, you just sitting there, bro. You just and I was just sitting there. Yeah, there's no more show. I was there. Jake was right behind. Jake, one of my really good friends, he was like right next to me, behind me, and then like Cardiac was there too. So it was cool, man. It's like sitting through a graduation or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
kind of just like, all right, you're just there. Waiting for your next one. Called.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's funny. Yeah. So, like you said, Good Days came out Christmas Day 2020, and then your own project, Minus the Bullshit, Life's Great. Yeah, that came out in 2021 as well. How long were you working on that one before it was released?
I guess I'll say the first idea from that album was created in 2018. It was a song. Okay. Oh, no, my bad, not 2018. It might have been 2018 actually. It was a song with Orion's Son.
Okay.
We did that song in New York in 2018. So that was like the first idea. And then everything else just kind of came together during the pandemic. And I think that's when I kind of like had the idea of doing the producer artist thing.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Or that I had enough, that I could do it, you know what I mean? Because I have a lot of relationships with a lot of up and coming artists too. And
for sure.
So I think during the pandemic that I was like, you know what, I need to do something. Like it was a good time for me to sit down and reflect and map out what I wanted to do. And also just had gone through a lot of shit in 2019 that kind of like it gave me a reason to try to, to transmute that and use it as art and make art. You know what I'm saying? So and I think that's the one thing I always want to do is be intentional with my work, because it has to be a reflection of what I'm going through. And that's or what I've been through, or else it's not gonna be authentic. It's not gonna be real, and the people always gonna feel that shit. So,
definitely, sure. Yeah. So, what can you tell us about the inspiration behind that album? If you had, a particular experience, like you said, you went through some hard times in 2019.
I think it was one of my best friends getting killed, my other homie getting into the feds. Other like a heartbreak, and it was all happening within like a month apart from each other.
Yeah, man.
So I was like, but it's life shit, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
God damn, you're like, what the fuck?
Like another one?
Yeah. I got hit with a 3-piece real quick. He was trying to grab the rope or something. Like, yo, hold on, let me fucking.
You know what I'm saying? Wake up today.
Literally, bro. It's like, but I think that there's always a way to flip it, you know what I mean? And
kind of channel that and put it towards somewhere else.
You have to, bro, or else you're gonna, you have to do it. It's either gonna be in a positive way or in a negative way.
Right.
So I'm human, and I definitely did the album to help me do that. And were there other ways I probably shouldn't have coped? Maybe, but we just figuring it out, bro. We're not perfect,
for sure.
But
for sure.
But that was definitely the inspiration behind it, and I think I don't try to be too preachy at all. I think if I build the world, they'll understand it what it is, and I don't have to be so. I don't have to be so literal in the music about what it is I'm talking about.
For sure.
So, and also I think the inspiration behind all that was, growing up watching Tim Burton, loving Quentin Tarantino, and those guys that you knew their world and you knew it was them because, whether it's Tarantino's dialogue or the fact that he, or Tim Burton loves Michael Keaton and his way the worlds he creates. It's I think that that's important because art should be an escape,
For sure. So, curious, did you ever notice a difference in your own creative approach, like when you're working on a project that's more personal to you like that, rather than working on just a beat for somebody else?
Yeah, 1,000%. Because you're it all falls on you, whether
for sure.
It does good or not, and you get to dictate where it's going to go and what you're trying to make, and it's a lot of work. For me, it's a lot of work because I am dependent on the artist. So I'm not the artist myself. So my whole album is features.
Right.
So I had to track everyone down. I had to I'm on everyone else's time.
On their time. Yeah.
Some guys are on tour. Some guys are working on a project. Some guys are going through their own personal shit. Some people can't do it. So you're just all right.
Makes it harder to piece it together.
It makes it a lot harder.
Everyone, yeah.
You have to work out literally everyone, and then but it's cool though, man. It's sometimes it's just a journey, and sometimes you get led places that you didn't think you were gonna go, and it's cool, man. It's I enjoy it. I love it. So, but it is it's way different than just like getting in the studio with Brent, because Brent might have his world already, what he wants to do, and you just assist him in that, you know.
Yeah, for Definitely. Sure. Do you ever see yourself possibly working on another one of these producer artist albums in the future?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop one this summer. I'm working on it now. Yeah, we're working on it now. Man. I got a little bit. I got a good foundation. Like I said, it'll come out this summer.
Nah, yeah, that's gonna be good. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight. I got a lot of I have a lot of new people in there.
Good shit. Yeah,
it's gonna be fun to see.
Yeah, it'll be tight.
So, how about just in general? You know, the difference between working on a project by yourself and then collaborating with a group of people. Which do you prefer?
I honestly, bro, I like both. I love they're both different. Oh yeah, I love collaborating with people. I mean, collaboration is why I even have a career. Like it's not, you know, I'm not playing the bass, I'm not playing the guitar, I'm not even like some of the keys. I'll start the idea, but the keys are being played. Like it's all a collaborative effort. It's all, you know, but it's also just like as a producer, you're putting together like it's all contingent on your taste, and it's like
exactly.
So you gotta know what works, who works well with each other, and what works well with each other. So what makes sense,
right?
And when to not use something and when to use something. So like that's where I feel like my strengths are. Like I know how to start an idea, and I know who to call to finish it.
And sorry, go ahead.
No, and that's literally why I have a career. I mean, I have a career based off my skill and talent, but because of collaboration, because I work with Beat Butcher and I work with, you know, Los Hendricks and Ben Lusher, and I work with Cam Obi, and I work with all these people. Like, you know, they help me in so many ways.
Definitely, exactly. That's what I was kind of going into. Do you think that you really just answered it yourself, but they kind of bring the best out of you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And vice versa.
Off all the exactly. Yeah. People can all feed off the energy in the
hell yeah, studio. Bro. Because like if the shit not right, bro, the vibe's not right. It's not
for sure.
All right. And you could be a producer that's super talented, but if you're like hella weird, or awkward, whatever, like it may not be your fault. It's who you are, but that shit will make people be like, like
they won't fuck with you.
Yeah, or you know, it won't.
Just like throw off that energy in the studio, kind of thing.
Especially with artists, bro. Like artists are always gonna remember their experience with you. And they're gonna be like, all right, cool. Like, nah, I really like working with him or her. Like, they're really, like, they make me feel comfortable, or they're open to me, you know, having input on something. And it's like, we're all working together and we're all trying to get the best out of each other. So I think that that's important, as opposed to someone that's like difficult to work with. People don't want to work with people that are difficult in life. Like, you don't want to deal
just in
with
general,
difficult people. Yeah, like, it's just annoying. You gotta deal with someone
pain in the ass.
You know, it's a pain in the ass, bro. And sometimes you have to do it, but when you don't have to do it, you don't do it.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure.
You know, yeah.
So when it comes down to it, I'm sure you got a lot of people hitting you up, wanting to work with you. How do you decide at the end of the day if you're the right fit to work with a certain artist or producer or not?
If I can see past what it is, then I'll do it. And if I can't, then I don't do it. I have to see something. I gotta see what it could be. And if I can't, and if I can't see if I can't be like, oh, I can see what, like, all right, cool, like this could do this. I probably won't. It's not gonna be.
Yeah, I feel that. It ain't
gonna work for me. Jordan Ward was someone that I reached out to. That when I heard them, I said, yo, like, I see what this could be. Like, I see
for sure.
Go. And so it gets me excited, and it's like I have to feel that excitement. And it doesn't matter if they have 10 followers or 100,000. That shit don't even enter my mind. Like,
for sure.
Like, it's all about the music, and it's all about can I see past what it is.
100%. Yeah. So you're talking about Jordan Ward. I saw that you co-produced, I think it was 4 songs on his newest album, Forward.
Album.
Yeah. That came out like a week and a half ago. What 4 songs was that you worked on?
There's a song Cherimoya. There's a song called Forward. A song called Fam Jam 4000. And then another song, I forgot the name of the song. It's like Beverly Wood.
Oh,
or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but But yeah, those are the four that I was a part of. And Jordan is a very, very special talent, and I really enjoyed that album, Cherimoya especially. I saw that it's already almost over 1 million streams on Spotify. It looks like people are really fucking with it. That's awesome. Yeah, it's dope, man. Jordan is an incredible talent, bro. His story is also really cool because he was a dancer at first, and he came to LA to dance, and he danced with Bieber, danced with Beyonce. Like, he's a legit dancer, like, but he's just an artist. He's like, he's that good at music as he is with dancing. And like, I heard his music on Insecure TV show.
Okay, yeah,
and I was like, and I literally just Shazammed it, and I just DM'd him. I'm like, yo, you're tight. Yeah, and I think that's cool. That's why I fuck with Instagram, even though I don't really fuck with it. I think I fuck with it for that reason. That's like people that you can be, like, you can really like set a play up just with a DM, like,
for sure.
And it's like, so I fuck with it.
100%. So you said you're working on that next album that's going to be coming out this next summer. Are you working on anything else right now that you're excited about?
That's it, bro.
That's where the focus is at. Oh yeah,
1,000%. That's it.
Good
Everything
stuff.
Else. I do have an album coming out. Maybe I don't know when it's gonna come out, but it's an album with BJ the Chicago Kid. That we did like last year. I don't know when it's coming out, but that's really good too. But my main focus is this next album, and it's called "Don't Grow Up Too Soon."
Don't grow up too soon.
Don't Grow Up Too Soon. They'll drop this summer, and I think that
I like that.
I think that it's gonna just be it's gonna be another moment again. I hope you know what I'm saying, because all this shit is subjective at the end of the day. So you have people that fuck with it and don't fuck with it, and it's all good. But at the end of the day, it's some shit that I've been going through in my life right now. So I feel that it's gonna be true to me, and I think it's gonna reflect in the music.
Oh yeah,
can't wait to hear it, man.
Yeah, definitely got us excited for it. Yeah,
there's some people on it.
Now, so you were talking a little bit about Brent earlier. We're both really big fans of his, and I know that you helped produce Price of Fame and Rolling Stone on Wasteland. And were those songs that y'all anticipated to do as well as they did?
Yeah, I mean, Brent is one of those dudes, bro. He's just got that cult following, bro. So he can drop anything, and they're gonna fuck with it, bro. Like, and it's like, and then it's also just really good. And with him, it's full transparency with me and him. It's like I don't really get in with him all the time like that. Like, we'll get in, like, those two songs were made within a span of like a couple months in 1 year, but it was only after 2 sessions. So like, one session we did Rolling Stone, and then in the next session we did Price of Fame, and that was it. So like, we just kind of just like, it's pretty like straight to the point with him. Like, we'll find it. If he likes it, it's more likely going to be used.
So how long does a session like that go where you knock out Rolling Stone in one take?
Rolling Stone, like 2-3 hours maybe. Like, I mean,
that's crazy.
I think that day it was all of us were all in the studio, and I was just going through this Jake One folder, and I found the loop for Rolling Stone. I liked it. I started making a beat out of it, and he liked it too. And he's like, "Yo, send me it without the drums." All right, cool. And then he wrote Rolling Stone. And Price of Fame was another session where we're just going through ideas. And like, one thing I've learned with Brent, as far as my experience with him, is that I always go for what I don't think he'll pick.
Okay.
And he'll pick that.
It's usually the opposite, yeah.
Yeah, because I'll pick some shit that I think he'll like, and he'll be like,
he doesn't vibe with it. Yeah.
So I said, so it was like Seinfeld. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, it's do everything the opposit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like George Costanza, bro. I'm like, yo, anything with Brent, I should go opposite. I'm like, yo, what do you think it is? So you be like, I fuck with that. I'm like, all right, there you go.
Shit.
That's funny. Yeah, it's just for real.
No, so one thing I've always been super interested about, like, I know Price of Fame came out like 2 weeks before the rest of the album did, and I've always been curious, like, how is something like that determined? Like, was it decided beforehand or not until the whole album was completed?
I think it was until the album was already. Oh no, you know what was crazy? I know, like, Price of Fame came out on a Dropbox link that he put out earlier that year. And I think he really liked that song, so he wanted to use it. I think it was probably more so, once the album was already turned in, like, where we're going to lead off with, and that was the one he wanted to lead off with. But he had that already he had put that out already.
Right.
The year before, I think it was, or it was the year before, on a Dropbox link, like a secret drop that he put out. I don't know. Yeah.
Some shit. Yeah.
But for the most part, usually these things are mapped out. Like it's very strategic and very like
it's interesting.
You know, like albums need to be turned in a few months in advance just to map out with you know, rollouts and playlisting, and you know, in order to have an effective, you know, I guess, you know, release date. Because so much music is being dropped, bro.
You know? For sure.
And like, who the fuck goes in the click? You can't hear everything.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, that's what we were talking with artist Wiley from Atlanta with about last week. He was talking about how they got to be very particular about when you're releasing something, because if you like fuck around and just throw it out the same day something else big drops, like that could completely change whether it does really well or not.
Hell yeah, definitely do that. And but I think with Brent, I think he's all right. I think he falls. He could drop whenever, bro, and people are gonna fuck with it. They're gonna gravitate. They're gonna get it. They're gonna buy it. They're gonna support
it. For sure.
And there's just those kind of artists, man. They're just cult fans, like, you know, die hard.
What's been your favorite project to work on with Brent? I know you guys have worked together for a few years now.
I think Saunderson was my favorite one. Saunderson, the experience, the inspiration that I gained gained from that. We all went to DR. We're all in this house, and we're all just like working on this one project. And the way even some of the songs were made, that was one of those once in a lifetime experiences. And I think that was my favorite one. I think my favorite body of work might be "Fuck the World."
Yeah, that's great.
That whole album, that album, "Fuck the World," like "Clouded" and "Been Away" and
all those
things. Yeah, so that's the primary. My favorite to make, I think, be a part of was Saunderson. For sure.
Yeah. So you said the way that Saunderson was recorded. How was that one different? How was it recorded?
All of us went to DR to work on this album for. I think we were there for like. I want to say we were there for about a month.
Okay.
And we just cooked up, bro, every day. We had to set up in the kitchen. Like D-Pat was there, Fabe, Los, me, Ben Free, our engineer Jeff Jackson. Who else was there? I don't know if I'm forgetting anybody else. I think that was it. But like, we're all there and we're all just cooking up.
Yeah.
And it was crazy that I went there, and this is the crazy thing. Like, at that time, bro, I wasn't really a part of the original squad because he had put out AM Paradox. I'm not on that.
Right.
I was working with this girl, Bibi Borelli, at the time. And
I've read a little bit about her too.
Yeah. So I was with her a lot. I was on tour with her, working with her. And like, they had already mapped out this whole like, okay, we're gonna work on Brent's first album. These are the people that are gonna be on it, and blah blah. So I wasn't a part of that core. I got in because I had this camera, and I was like, well, shit, who's shooting all the content? Like, who's going to shoot the content for the man? So, you know, it was my little side hustle. And Ty was like, shit, man, fuck it. Come on, like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Pay for your ticket. You just fucking sleep on the couch. We'll find the place.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's why me and Ty always, you know, he also gets how, like, you know, I'm going to figure out a way in. And what was crazy is that when I get there, I ended up getting on 4 songs right on the album, and one of them being "Gang Over Love." And it's like, but I had I didn't really have a sense of entitlement,
right?
As to why am I not getting flown out, or why am I not part of the crew? I don't give a fuck, bro. Put me in the room, I got you. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
So, so you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that ego shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up, and y'all finna see why I'm here. And it's like, we
on
there. The album is like, I got 4 on there, 1 being the single, and it's like, all right, cool. Like, I was supposed to
look at me now.
Yeah, and it's all good. And it's like for me, I don't take no offense to nothing, because at the end of the day, we're all trying to figure it out. And if it's your time, it's your time. So it's like, so after that, we realized that the chemistry we had. And then, you know, we did Trust, and then we started doing more songs. So.
Yeah. He just seems so, like, super low-key and under the radar. Is that kind of how he is in the studio, or is he more of, like, an outgoing person? Like, do we only see that one side of him that's, like, under the radar, you know what I mean?
Nah, he's a laid-back dude, man. He's chilling, bro. Yeah. He's cool, chill dude, man. he he's got a great ear, great taste. He's a producer as well, so he knows what he wants. He knows what he doesn't want, and
very particular.
And it makes it easier for me, honestly, to work with someone like that because it's like they know exactly what they want and what they don't want, so we get to where we want to go to quicker.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Get to the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense why y'all could get like a whole song done just in one session. And for
sure. Because if you ain't fucking with it, he's not gonna fuck with it. And and it won't come to him, you know? So,
right. 100%. Yeah. So you were talking a little bit about it earlier about if like that energy is not right in the studio. What would you say is like the ideal environment to get the best out of an artist in the studio?
I think just being comfortable, man, because making music is super vulnerable. And like it's like going on a date, man. It's like, you go on a date and like, you want to get to know, like if you're intent, like, you want to like, get to know the person and like, what are they like? What kind of music are they into? Where are they from? Like you start to familiarize yourself with somebody and want to relate, because you're building a relationship, right? So want to relate. And I think that's what kind of puts the guard down a little bit and allows you to to make the best music because you want to be comfortable.
For sure.
You don't want to, because it's hella vulnerable. And it's hella vulnerable to show your process and to show where you fuck up at. When you're in the room by yourself, no one's watching you. No one gives a fuck.
Right.
But when you're in the room with other people, it's like you got to be out. So it's like, it's very vulnerable. And it's like, and this is like it's like literally go on a date, bro. And it's like that it's gonna be better if you get to know the person and you take time. And because sometimes my sessions, bro, I'll be in the studio for like we'll be there for like 8 hours, and 2 of the hours we're just talking.
Yeah.
And playing music,
just getting comfortable. Yeah,
you have to, bro.
Sure.
And then that third hour, boom, y'all. I want to start something. You start something, you feel comfortable. They feel comfortable, and it's over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You kind of mentioned that, or you said that it's kind of like a date. I mean, we've all been on a bad date ourselves. So I want to ask you, do you have a bad experience?
Fuck yeah.
You want to share it? Yeah. All right. Let's get into it.
I don't know who. Honestly, I wish I don't know who the artist was, but it was through a label. They put us in the studio, and it was just like, I mean, it was like I wasn't getting any like. Nothing was landing, man. Like I'm like shit. I'm out of tricks, man. I'm I'm over here trying to talk. Nothing, bro. Wouldn't give me shit. And I was like, it was like a bad date. It was like It was like imagine going on a date, bro. And you turn the charm up, all your best materials coming out, and they're just like
nothing.
They're just like looking at you, and you're like, fuck. You're like, dude, I want this shit to end so bad. Like, but it's just like that. It's like. And I've just learned to be like, well, I mean, fuck it, you mushed through it, kind of. But like, you're only gonna get one idea out of me, and it's like, and then we both know like we're not gonna see each other anymore. So later. But it's like, it doesn't happen often. It happened before, like earlier in my career when I was like more like, all right, cool, I'm trying to get in with other people, see what's up.
Yeah.
But now, like, if I don't. Like again, like it all boils down to if I don't get excited about it, then I don't do it.
Yeah.
And it don't gotta be like, oh man, it's just musically. It's all it is, just all musical. Like if the music gets me excited, I'm like, let's do it.
Gotcha.
Definitely. And if I don't, then it's not for me. And it's like I don't think there's anything wrong with that because I'm not the only producer in the world. Like there's somebody
for sure. I think that's definitely the best way to do it.
Yeah, but it's still a lot of sacrifice to even get to that point because I think that's a luxury too. Like not everybody has a luxury to like turn shit down. Sometimes you're like, fuck that. I need to do the play because this is gonna be a potential check. And it's like I get it. Like I did that too.
Sure.
I've had the fucking
everybody got to start there. Yeah,
I've had the bad dates, bro, terrible ones, and it's like you just gotta fight through it, bro. Because eventually, if you keep going and you stay down, you'll get to the point where you build that leverage or you build that level of like stability where you don't have to do everything. You can just do what you want.
For sure.
So,
yeah. So switching gears a little bit, when we're talking about technology and the difference between the music industry now and 15 years ago, what's your opinion on the difference between album sales and streams and how that relates to like the definition of success for an artist?
I don't know who came up with it or what the number is, like why it has to be the number for this. I don't know who did that.
Yeah.
So maybe they should revisit it because like if we're just making up numbers and shit, let's throw some numbers that benefit us more.
That cracks me up.
You feel me? Like, I don't know who said,
it's like who's deciding this shit?
Who said it was it? It's just a number, bro. So I'm like, well, shit, give us more. I think that it's there's a huge what's the word? It's like smoke and mirrors. It's like because you'll have artists that will have a song that has like 200 million streams, but they can't fill out a 500 venue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're like, well, what the fuck? You have 230, not even 250. Yeah. And you're like, what the fuck? Because everything's like, not everything, but a lot of the shit is single bass driven, and like people claim they don't want bodies of work, but that's not true because, I think we don't want bodies of work from people that can't deliver it. We want bodies of work for people that can make it. We want Kendrick to do a body of work. We want J. Cole to do body of work. We want Drake to give us a body of work. We're gonna fuck with certain people. They can't do that. But it's interesting. I think that streaming can kind of like it can kind of paint a picture that really that is not true.
For sure.
But you were asking me what in comparison to album sales, or what were you saying?
Just the difference in streams and album sales and how that's kind of changed the definition if a project is successful or not.
Yeah.
Because like you were saying, it's a lot easier to get streams now than I would assume it is like for somebody to go to the store and buy the whole album.
There's no, bro, back then you had to like physically go to the store and buy an album.
Right. You got to really be wanting to like listen to this person's music.
So if you're going to go buy their album, you're probably going to go watch their show, go to their show, or you're probably going to buy their merch. It's easier to just be like, oh shit, what's this? Oh, I'll check it out.
For sure.
You know Definitely. What I mean? That's why I still think that quality will always matter. But again, there's something for everybody. And then there's also I really do believe that like you can't like there's just certain artists they're gonna give you what they can do. That's
for sure,
and that's cool. Like and that's and that's what they're doing. And maybe Brent is more of a body of work kind of guy, and maybe this person's a single guy, and it's like this is what it is. Like everyone's different, everyone is unique in their own way.
For sure.
But I think that for sure streaming kind of can like it can kind of give you a false narrative.
Definitely.
Especially when a dude can't sell out a show of 500 people, but he's
for sure
all these millions of streams or whatever.
Yeah.
So then you got to see where the disconnect is.
Right. Exactly. They had like 2 songs that went viral, but nobody that's actually a fan of them type of deal.
Exactly.
Only a fan of that song. Yeah. We were just
going to the show for a song.
Exactly. We were just talking about that with our previous guy we interviewed, and he was saying like the song "Bad Habit" by Steve Lacy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everyone just wants to hear that song. Like everyone just wants to come to that show and hear that song. And,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing about him is Steve Lacy's actually a dope artist. Like,
for sure.
A dope body work. But it's crazy because he had a song went viral, and it's like you probably have a group of people that like went to the show that don't even know his music, but he'll have one song.
Exactly.
That one song, exactly.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Do you think there's anyone that kind of comes to mind that is either really successful right now that you think may not have done as well 15 years ago, or kind of vice versa? Just with the whole difference as with like stream sales and the new technology of just going
social
to the store
media
and buying
and all
it
that.
I don't think anyone that comes to mind that's doing really well now that might have not done well before. I don't know. I guess the artists I think the ones we just mentioned, I think the ones that went viral on TikTok and have one song. I don't know how it would have. I don't know how it would have been. How it would have translated 15 years ago.
For sure.
Well, a one-hit wonder. I don't know. But no, I don't. I can't think of anybody, to be honest, on the top of my head that wouldn't have done well. I think that the ones that are doing well now, doing really well. If like a Brent, I think Brent would have did well.
For sure.
I think his music.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's also very mysterious, and people still like that shit.
That's a whole big part of the draw.
Like, yeah, and it's like I
just want to get to know this guy.
Yeah, and it's like, but Frank Ocean's the same way, right? Like,
for sure.
He's very like he doesn't want to perform, and now he's doing Coachella. And it's like this huge fucking deal, and it's like, yeah. I mean, it works for some, but not for all.
Right.
And I think that's very important for like anybody that's listening, that's like an artist or a producer. Like that mystery shit, it works for certain people,
for sure,
and for some people it doesn't.
Right.
It's more of an anomaly thing.
Yeah. No.
Got you.
Yeah. Totally get that. Kind of changing gears a little bit. Who or what would you say has had the biggest influence on you in your career so far?
Biggest influence. Who?
Or
growing up, I think that the biggest influence. What has had an influence on me is I think that me feeling like the underdog or being overlooked and always having kind of like always having to do the extra thing to get to like point B, and it's like everyone else is kind of just like went this way, and it was easier to get there, and I had to take the fucking back road, and that shit sucked.
No, I hear you.
But it's like, you know what I'm saying? But that is what inspired. That's what has, for me, that feeling of being like, oh yeah, they think I can't do it. Watch. Who has inspired me? I think that someone like Dr. Dre, Nas.
There we go. That's the one I wanted to hear.
Nas was someone that 50. I mean, producers like other producers. Try to think. Man, there's so many, bro. I mean, like,
no, for sure. There's a lot. You work with so many people.
Yeah. See so many people.
And I'm just talking about like me being like 13 years old, like listening to music that inspired me to even want to make music. Like, it was Nas Stillmatic, and it was the Crime 2001.
Hell yeah!
So the Crime 2001. Those are the two albums that basically were like, if I made music, like I would want to make music like this.
That right there, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Didn't you dream of being a pilot until you heard Stillmatic?
I always wanted to be a pilot. Until I heard
that,
bro.
I read that somewhere.
Yeah, dog, I wanted to be a pilot, bro. I was like, man, I'm finna fly planes and shit. And then my uncle put me on. My uncle, who's
listen to this shit
in my life, was like, he let me borrow the Crown 2001, Slim Shady LP, and Straight Outta Compton, and he gave me those albums. And, listen to these. And then I listened to them, and I bought Nas Stillmatic on my own. But the Crown 2001 and Slim Shady LP were the ones that. My bad. Slim Shady LP were the ones he gave me to listen to, and I just, man, I don't know, bro. I just fell in love with it. Like I was like, damn, what is this? Like, I always excited about music, but as a consumer, like as a kid, I just listen to it. I used to have this cousin like I would see at family parties. He wasn't even my cousin, but he's my cousin. And he would just like, and he would like, he would give me like, we'd go in the car and he would just play me all this underground hip hop. So a whole bunch of shit. I'm like, okay, underground hip hop is cool, but this is like, I don't know, I fuck with it, but nah. And I just started finding my taste, you know what I mean? But I fell in love with it even since I was like 10, 11. But I think when I was like 13, definitely 14, I was like, I'm gonna produce. Like, I'm gonna learn this shit. So like by 14, I already knew like I'm gonna make music and I'm gonna figure out how to get my shit to sound like this. And it's basically it's like literally, bro. It's like learning a language. It's like you know what you want to say, but you don't know how to say it, or when you say it, you sound fucking stupid.
It's all in here.
You sound bad, It's not fluent. Yeah. So like, and it's literally what making music is like. You know what you want to say, and you're like, how the fuck do I do it though? And then you start to learn a little bit, and it's not that good. But if you keep doing it, it's gonna sound better, right? It's just like learning a language. You know what you want to say, you learn how to say it. You sound dumb instead of saying it, and then you just keep practicing, and you become fluent. And it's all it is.
Yeah, you just keep practicing. You keep working that craft, and especially
just keep working on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've been, like you said you wanted to do this since you're 14. I can only imagine just the crazy trials and tribulations you've been through in that period of time till now, and then just being able to produce so many good songs that so many people love, man. It's awesome.
I'd say it like this, bro. Because now I think about it, 4 years is not that much of a time, right? So if I was 14 and wanted to do music, and in 4 years, I ended up getting a placement, 4 or 5 years, right? It's not that long, right?
It's not
you think about it, right? But
No,
at
right.
the time, it was like, I don't want to say it was a fluke, but it was more so like a lesson I had to learn. Because once I got that placement, I worked backwards. Like usually people like they make music for smaller artists,
right?
And then they build it up, and then finally get the big break. And now, me, I hadn't worked with nobody in Chicago, and I got 50 Cent out the gate. So that was the whole. But it was interesting because I still had a job, bro. Like I didn't get no publishing off that song.
Yeah. So
I sampled
were you working like Finish Line?
Yeah, I was working at. No, I think 2019. I was 2008. I was working at the grocery store, then working at Finish Line, and I quit. And then I worked at this pizza place. And like I was still working at the pizza place while already having this song out, an album out. And in my mind, it was like, very confusing. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck, bro? I just got a song with 50 Cent.
What the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah. I have like hella times. I'm still here. What the fuck? Like, I'm making any sense. No one's offering me a deal. Like, I'm fucking tired. What the fuck? But the thing was that I had no publishing on that song because we sampled Gladys Knight. So Gladys Knight took all our publishing and some of 50s. So if, let's say I would have got publishing on that song, I probably could have got a publishing deal because I had publishing. So if I got a deal, probably would have been terrible. But at 19, I'm not going to know any better. I'm going to sign.
For sure.
Bro, well, if I would have got $50,000, I would have been like, yo, I'm a millionaire. I'm rich.
For real. Like, that's what
I never got shit offered to me, bro. So to say that I've been on this independent route all my life is not true. I just never got offered any deals. Like, no one ever said, hey, man, like, come over here and, like, let's sign you. Never, bro. It wasn't until Good Days that I got offered deals. The deals started coming in. And I was like, it's cool. Like, you're supposed to take the conversation because you feel like a bad bitch. Oh, shit, everybody wants me. And it's like, all right, cool. Everybody wants me. Everyone wants to take me to Nobu. Everybody wants to take me to fucking, because it's in LA, right? So, let's go meet up at Nobu. It's like, all right, I'll take a free meal. It's like, I'm going to take it. Hey, I'm going to take a free meal. But it's like, I feel it like, But my thing is like, and again, I'm going to break it down. It's like with these publishing companies, like, again, remember, earlier, I was talking about the music process, like the creative process, like a date, right? This business side of it too, like when they're trying to court you, it's like a date too, right? The only thing with them is they're trying to fuck you. It's like if you want to fuck, then like get to know me better, right? Like get to know me. Show me around the town. Like, show some interest. Like, take me on like 2-3 dates, and maybe I'll give it up, right? But if you're just trying to go straight to it,
has a 3-date rule.
But if you're just trying to go straight to it, bro, then you're gonna have to then you have to pay me, and you have to pay what I want. It's like, because my thing is like, if I believe in you, Logan, and I said, yo, man, I want you to work with I want to sign you, but I really hear. I'm going to show you, like, yo, look, I'll put you in the room with producer A. Oh, man, producer B, producer C, D, this artist. And then, like, you see, okay, wow, like, I'm seeing in real time what this could look like if I want to go with you.
Right.
Right?
For sure. Yeah.
But if I'm just like, yo, what's up, man? Let's do it. Oh, like, then I need this much.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, so for me, it's like, it's not very difficult. It's not very hard. It's just like show some interest and actually show me what you can do for me. I have to be able to see it. At the end of the day, I'm trusting you with my career, whether it be an admin deal or a co-op deal. I'm trusting in you that you're going to put me in the best position to win.
Definitely.
Sure.
This is a serious commitment. So then be serious about it. You know what I mean? 100%. If not, then cash it the fuck out. And do what you want. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
But my advice, my advice would be to never do a co-pub deal, not unless it's you get out of it within a timely manner. If not, don't do it.
Okay. Sure. So sometimes we'll let our viewers submit some questions before our interviews, and today by far our most submitted question that viewers are wanting to know is, if you had to pick one artist, who would you say has been your favorite to work with?
Damn, bro. That's like, I mean, I think that my favorite artist to work with, man, I mean, we're gonna keep it simple, bro. I think my favorite artist to work with, and then I can say I have an experience of working in the studio with, that relationship with Brent. I love working with Brent.
Sure.
It's easy.
Oh yeah.
We have great chemistry, and I don't think we don't miss when it's me and him. Every time it's always gonna hit, and I think he's one of my favorite people. And I can't like anybody else. I never was in the studio with SZA, so I can't be like, yo, man, I never worked with him in the studio. Kanye, I worked with him one time. 50, I never worked with him in the studio, but I have a great relationship with him. Like just like some homie shit.
For sure.
And he's always gonna be the most important person in my career because he took a chance.
Definitely.
But I think my favorite personal rap for sure is gonna be Brent.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Y'all have made some bangers together for sure.
What's your personal favorite song that you and Brent have produced, song wise?
Damn, that's hard. I would probably say Clouded.
Clouded, yes, dude.
Yeah, Clouded's hard.
Yeah,
the Clouded's hard. So yeah. It has no drums, bro. That I literally
exactly.
I made that beat with J. Cole in mind. Like I was like, oh, this would be dope for J. Cole, and then Brent comes in and like, yo, take the drums out. I got something for it. Like, all right. I was like, shit. All right. Cool. Again, a time I didn't know that he
coming in too, just exactly like that. Take that shit out.
Because the thing is, though, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna use that song for Minus the Bullshit. And then he came to my house, and I'm like, I'm playing him ideas off my album. And I played him, I'm like, hey, you can let me use this one for my album. He's let me hear it, and he hears it, and he's like, oh shit. He's like, I forgot about this. He's like, let me finish it. All right. So he finished it. He's like, yo, I'm gonna keep it for my album. I was like, I wasn't mad because I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm like, this is gonna do way more than what it was doing right now. So and in that it was tight, but I was like, so it was cool because it worked out, right? Because he forgot about it. He's right. Like, what is this? He's like, oh no, this shit. He's like, let me finish this, and he finished it. He's like, I'm gonna keep it. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. How often do you have artists coming in and kind of like forgetting about songs? Because I know like these artists, they have a vault of thousands of songs in their shit and that are unreleased and all that. And so do you ever experience someone coming in and be like, oh, where's this from? Or like, we did this shit and totally forget about it.
Yeah, it happens, bro. I got in the studio with Duckworth like last week and I played him this one idea and I was like, oh shit. Like he didn't even, bro, these guys, these people, they work so hard and they work so much that like a lot of times they just forget, man. Like, it's cool to revisit it. It's cool to revisit
so busy.
Because
for sure,
and it's always cool to revisit ideas because you don't know what might be for what time. Like you might have made something in 2018, but it's not going to come out in 2022 because in 2022 that was the right time for it. And that was
it.
There's no
rules.
It's
crazy. That's just crazy to me how you can envision that kind of, it's
and I think that's also like it's for me my whole swag, bro, and my signature or what I always want to do is make music that's like timeless but not old, like
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like figure out the pocket of like, yo, this shit sounds like it can come out whenever but don't sound old. You know what I mean? And I think that once I did that, I was like, I figured out what my swag, what my lane was.
Definitely.
Was there kind of a shift? I know, like when you were producing with 50 Cent on some of those songs, like those were kind of like more hard, grimy beats.
Yo, bro, honestly, I was just having this conversation yesterday with my homie, and I was like, really? I never thought. I was talking because I was like, we were talking about that whole era. I never thought I would do R&B because I was so like, yo, I want to make hard shit and rap shit. And now when I was in Chicago for a few years, I was working with the most like. Man, the most notorious, just the most like classic hood legends of all time. And like being in the studio and being in tricky studios and being in the trenches, bro, for real. Like, people know, like, they don't know exactly where I was at, who I was with. And they're like, shit. Like, yo, Nascent, you're not scared to go over there? I said, nah, man, I'm doing music. But I also understand, just being in Chicago, bro, just being hip to certain things, not being green.
Definitely.
Knowing your surroundings. But yeah, at times, like being in the heart of bullshit, I never thought that I would I just never thought that I was going to do R&B, bro. Like I just always want to be, I think moving to LA opened my mind up so much, and I understood more the concept of like making songs and like and just how I can bring my world into like an artist with Brent and making it work. Definitely. And then and that was it, and it worked out, and I found my niche, found what worked for me, and and that was it, bro. And it's honestly, it's a lot less stressful, and like, and the sessions are way like just more relaxed, and and I enjoy it better. I think that I think for me the thing that helped me transition the most to this type of music was working with like Saba and Chance, like right before I moved to LA, like 2013 to 2014. It kind of like softened my sound a little bit, and then I found my sound through that, and then now I'm like, I know exactly what I do. You know what I mean? But it's all growth, bro, and it's all like, I think that it's all about evolving and being open to change, and not being so fucking like stubborn. Like, nah, I'm gonna do it like this, and that's it. It's like, nah, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
be open to new things for sure.
Being open to new things, bro, new experiences and new sounds, and I think that that's the advantage we have as producers, is that we don't really have a shelf life, as long as we don't lose touch with reality or ourselves, and we always stay open to like collaborating and staying tapped in with the youth, with the young, because that's who's dictating where coming up. Yeah, and you're always gonna be straight, bro. That's why guys like DJ Khalil and Jake One, who have been doing this for 20 plus years, are still relevant, and they're still doing music. They're still part of projects that matter, because they get in where they fit in, and they adapt. And there's some guys that don't, and they were legends, and they did the crazy shit back then, but they're not doing shit now, because they're stubborn, and they're bitter, and they feel away, and it's like, yo, like, nah, bro, like, it's like if you were a DJ, you want to carry a bunch of fucking crates to your fucking set when you have Serato. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's like, nah, this is the real way to do it. It's not. It's the real dumb way to do it, but I'm like, like, I got Serato, bitch. I got a hard drive, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And so I don't like all that OG shit, and people trying to, like, nah, man, like, you gotta be open to, Quincy Jones is a perfect example of someone that evolved with the times.
For sure.
And you know what I mean? Even at 55, I don't know how old he was when he did Thriller, but still, like, you know what I mean? At that age, he was still talented.
Yeah, definitely.
So that should be important.
Yeah, man. So you obviously been killing it these last few years. Where do you hope plan to be in the next year, 1 year from now?
In the next year, shit, bigger than I am now, for sure. I think this next album's going to. I think the next album's gonna put me in a different, like, I think the next one's gonna be like more like I'm just letting my nuts hang a little more. And, and then more on some like because I just feel like there's a lot of what's the word, like, I don't know. I just feel like it's time for the new wave is coming, and it's here, and it's like some people that have been doing this for a while. It's time for them to move out the way. Yeah. All right. It's time for, like, that's why I love, like, Kate Renata. I love him, bro. Like, he's a DJ, producer, artist that, like, he gets it. Like, he'll put two people together. Like, oh shit, he'll get Craig David, and no one was thinking of Craig David, and he put him on an album. I love his work. I love who else is a really dope DJ producer? Monty Booker is dropping an album this summer. I don't know if I spilled the beans for him, but my bad. But he's dropping an album this summer.
Damn, exclusive.
Yeah, I think he already posted something about it. But he's dropping, bro. And I heard his shit. I'm like, this shit hard as fuck.
And he's gonna start coming from.
And this is why I love it. And I'm like, I said, man, it's time for some of these people to just go ahead and do their own thing. It's time for us, bro. So I just plan to be like, I think that at this point, after this album, it's like, you can't ignore me. You can't say, like, you won't know what's up. So that's it.
Definitely. Man. Yeah, man. That's awesome. So just kind of wrapping up this episode, we got a couple fun questions we like to ask. The first one is, Us three, we're out at a bar. You're up next for karaoke, but you can't be it can't be a song you've ever worked on. What song are you picking?
What song am I picking?
Yeah, you're singing.
You got to get the crowd going. I mean,
bro.
Let's see it.
I'm just thinking the boys are back in town.
Hey! Hell yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Fuck with that one.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
That's a classic, bro.
That is a classic. 100%.
Hell yeah, I'm glad it is. Yeah.
So,
wait, are we all singing this together, or is it just one person?
If we're singing Boys Back in Town, we may as well. If that song, I'm going to get up on the stage if you're singing that song. That's how you happen.
But we're at the bar, and I got to pick a song. All right, I'll pick Boys Back in Town. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Dude, that's fucking awesome. I couldn't think of a better answer than that one.
So you got access to a time machine. You can go watch one event in history, see what happened, see how it went down. What are you going to pick?
Oh, fuck.
Anything.
What the fuck, bro? God, shit's nuts, bro. I don't even know, bro. There's so many
concert, anything, man.
Nah, bro, y'all should have emailed me this shit so I could plan it out. I don't know what the hell I would want to see, bro. Oh no, all right. I mean, fuck. Dude, there's so many things, bro. There's so many things that happen in history.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to see how those pyramids were built.
That's a good one.
Low key, bro. We were just talking about that shit today.
That's some
watching
shit, bro.
Documentary about MH370 and how they can't find this plane.
Mm-hmm. The Malaysia flight.
The Malaysia flight. And we're talking about something else, and it led to that. They can't explain how fucking pyramids are made.
Yeah, exactly.
Some shit.
That's
damn, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's an amazing answer because my answer is gonna be trash as fuck. And I was gonna say I was in the Game 6, Bulls versus Utah Jazz in Utah.
That's not Jordan. That's
Jordan.
No,
for Jordan's last shot. Jordan's last shot.
I got it.
Of course, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's very selfish.
Oh yeah,
it's like perfect, bro. How the pyramid, like, bro, you have the answers.
Fuck yeah.
Like, no one can fuck with you, bro. Like, you know how the pyramids are made.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, 100%. Yeah.
I'm putting if I go back to that '98 Bulls game, I'm definitely putting a bankroll on Michael Jordan last shot. I'm cashing that bitch.
Time machine push some bets.
For real. I'm cashing that bitch.
All right, last one. Big question for you. How many tacos can you get for $100 at Taco Bell?
Shit. Probably like, what kind of taco you get? Regular taco? I'm going to say you probably got like 74. How many?
We looked it up and it said like 60, 65. That's what it said. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, that's good.
I'm thinking like $1.19.
Yeah, that's something around there.
That's crazy. Sounds like a bad time though later on.
The next day for sure.
Yeah, it's a good time.
After 74 tacos.
Yeah, it's a dub, bro.
Nah, man. Well, we had a great time talking with you. We really appreciate you taking the time, man.
No, for sure, bro. I appreciate y'all, bro. Keep me in tune. If I can share this as well, if there's going to be a link that I can share with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
on Spotify and YouTube, we'll send it to you.
Oh, bet.
For sure.
Man, appreciate y'all, bro. Thank you so much for having me, bro. And then we'll tap it. I would love to tap it back with y'all.
For sure, man. We'd love to talk to you again when that album's coming out.
We'll definitely be in touch with you on that. I can't wait for that album, man. Thank you for all the.
Man, I appreciate y'all, bro. Thank you so much, man.
Absolutely.
Later, bro.